What's going on, Hangout Gang? Doing live this. I know it's been a while since I've been doing the lives, but got a live for y'all today. I want to talk about XRP a little bit. You've seen a lot of movement in XRP, um, so I want to discuss XRP a little bit today, and some of the news we have come along. This have been circulating around XRP. Um, all right, so let's talk about a little bit of the markets first. We're going to look at the charts. As you can see, the bubbles. We got a lot of green today on this Sunday. The markets are green. You got E Gold up 58%, Rose up 29%, Rune up 41%, IMX up 37%, WeMix up 58%. I think a lot. I'm gonna do a video on WeMix because it is a crypto gaming coin. It has a lot of projects on there. It has one of the major projects called Mirror 4, where you can actually play to earn. And there's a lot of people playing that game in Asia. And they're earning in-game currency, which they're converting into WeMix. There's another game on your phone, kind of like Angry Birds. It is like it's called Bird Tornado. You can also earn coins and get WeMix for that as well. Earn Tornado and convert Tornado into WeMix as well. All right, you got IMX up 37%, CRO up 16%, Sol up 28, RLB up 36, Cake up 76%, Neo up 54, KAS up 20, Theta up 16%, Kava up 12, ADA up 15%, Tezos up 10, Atom up 15, CRV up 14, and XRP up 15%. All right. So let's go look at this little chart real quick. Let's take a look at the XRP chart. Actually, this is the Bitcoin dominance chart, and as you can see, the money is flowing out of Bitcoin. As you can see right here, this is the daily. As you can see, the Bitcoin dominance chart has fallen down here past below the 21, so I suspect it'll fall back down here towards the 50. And if it does fall down to the 50, you're going to see a lot of money flowing into the altcoins. Okay. All right. So let's look at the 4-hour chart, the dominance chart. As you can see, it's starting to go down there towards that 200. If it goes down, hits that 200 on the 4-hour chart, then I would suspect it to go down further on that daily chart. Now, the RSI on that right here, it is in severely oversold territory. So it's around 30. Normally when we see around 35, you see a reversal. So keep that in mind as well. So if you see a reversal on the Bitcoin dominance chart, that means the money is going to flow back into Bitcoin, and you will see the price of Bitcoin rise. All right, so let's go look at the total market cap. See here, where are we at? Total market cap, altcoin cap. As you can see, that money flew out of Bitcoin and the money started to fly into the altcoins. As you can see, it's approaching overbought territory, so I suspect a little pullback. But as you can see right here, you have that 21 cross the 200, brought that 50, had that golden cross right there, and you saw price action go up. It pulled the 80 and the 100, and price action went significantly up. This is the 4-hour chart now. Let's look at the daily. All right, same thing on the daily. As you can see right here, the 21 is starting to cross the 200. And so if that 21 continues to rise, then that money is going to continue to flow into the altcoins, and you're going to get a golden cross right here with that 50 crossing that 200, which probably happened on Tuesday or Wednesday if this continues to move this in the same direction as it was before, okay? All right. So with that being said, the price of Bitcoin is sitting now currently at 35,000. The last technical analysis video I did, I told you guys that it was forming that triangle, that if it broke to that upside, that you would see it come to some resistance at 37,000. But if it broke to the downside, then you were looking at 32,000. So as you can see, it broke to the upside, broke out of that little pattern right there, that triangle right there, to the upside, and as you can see, it's in severely overbought territory, so I suspect it to pull back down some more. Okay, I need to do the chart. This is the daily chart, so let's go look at that 4-hour chart. All right, and then the 4-hour chart is pretty much showing the same thing. It is a little bit over, just over 50%. It's 51.46 on the RSI. All right, so it's looking good. It's probably going to chop sideways a little bit, maybe fall or go up a little bit, but eventually come back down here and chop sideways. All right, so now let's get to XRP. All right, so this is XRP, and as you can see, it has significant run up right here to 64 cents from the 60 cents, right? It was just 60 cents the other day, and it ran up. So let's go look at the smaller time frame so we can see which way that it's probably going to go. Right here, so on the hour chart, as you can see, you had that golden cross way back here, and look at the price action. So that's what we look for, the golden crosses, right? Golden cross, price action came up on that hourly, and it's separated from that 200. The more that it separates from that 200, then the higher the price action is going to go, right? So you're going to see a little pullback here in the next couple of hours because it is severely overbought, okay? So keep that in mind. So on that 4-hour chart, as you can see on that 4-hour chart, you see that big old rounded bottom. Rounded bottom pays the bills. Now, once it breaks through this right here, right, 65 cents, you're going to see some resistance right here at 65 cents. Now, if it hits 65 cents, goes just a little bit above and keeps teeter-tottering above and below the 65 cents, you're going to see what's called a cup and handle, okay? Right? And if after the cup and handles, you get significant price action, price increase, okay? So remember this, rounded bottoms pay the bill. So I would be buying XRP. I just bought some more XRP yesterday, and I will be buying some more XRP this week, okay? Rounded bottoms pay the bills. This is the 4-hour chart. RSI is over bought, so you're going to see pullback. You will see a little bit of pullback, not much, but you'll see some pullback. But if it does pull back, keep in mind that it'll pull back here to the to support is 58 cents. Okay, so anything under $1 XRP is a good buy. So keep that in mind. All right, don't get discouraged because you see it's going up, or you might have missed it, or you might not have had your the funds to buy anything right now. So just keep in mind it's under $1. Keep throwing at it. All right, once it gets to $1, then I will slow down a little bit. Let's go look at the daily chart. All right, so XRP daily, as you can see, all these green candles right here on the daily. Now this is big. You got the 21 crossing the 200, and as you can see right here, let me blow it up a little bit. That 50 is getting ready to cross that 200, getting ready to have that golden cross right there. Once that golden cross right there, you're going to have significant price action. Remember what I showed you on that last crypto with the golden cross on that hour chart, how you had a golden cross and then you had a week or two continuous going up, okay? So expect a little pullback even on the daily. It's oversold, okay? It's oversold. RSI is at 75. It needs to come down. It needs to come down to around 35 to get a reversal before you get, a significant price movement upwards, okay? Let's go look at that weekly. And as you can see on the weekly, you got 3 weeks of green candles, okay? 3 weeks of green candles. RSI is still, it's about 50, 52, 56, so it's not bad. It's not bad. All right. So I wanted to get to some a couple of articles and some Twitter news. All right. As you know, we read the articles together. We do not don't read them beforehand. So article number 1: significant whale movement stir up XRP and Bitcoin market. An unknown wallet recently transferred a staggering amount of XRP tokens to centralized exchanges Bitstamp and Bitso. According to the latest market data revealed by blockchain tracker Whale Alert, a massive 50 million XRP tokens were moved, attracting the attention of investors and traders worldwide. The unknown wallet initiated a series of transactions moving 25.4 million XRP tokens, equivalent to approximately 15.42 million, to both Bitso and Bitstamp. And here's the tweet right here from Whale Alert right here. About the movement of the XRP. Significant transfers to centralized exchanges are usually indicative of an impending sell-off. While the sell-off coincided with XRP's price slipping by 1.25% on November 4th, it has seen an almost 11.5% increase over the past week. The altcoin peak closed to a local top of 62 cents on November 3rd. Over the course of the past month, XRP has yielded gains of 17.3% CoinGecko. So as you can see, everybody knows that XRP is getting ready to blast off, okay? And this is why I'm telling you to take your profits as it's going up, because everybody knows it's getting ready to blast off. You have people that have been holding XRP for years through the lawsuit, me being one of them, and they're looking to sell off a portion of it as soon as it rises to a few targets that they had. Next, crypto lawyer says 20 million settlement is 99.9% win for Ripple. Deaton strongly refuted the idea that lawsuit's result was an even 50-50 outcome for the SEC, claiming it is closer to a 90-10 advantage in favor of Ripple. All right, John Deaton has offered insights into the United States Securities and Exchange Commission versus Ripple lawsuit. He contends that a settlement of 20 million or less would constitute a significant legal triumph for the company. In a recent post on X, Deaton strongly refuted the idea that the lawsuit's result was an even 50-50 outcome for the SEC, claiming that it's closer to a 90-10 advantage in favor of Ripple. Deaton's remarks were prompted by a post from Stuart Alot, Ripple's chief legal officer, highlighting another legal setback for the SEC. Deaton's viewpoint resonates with the sentiment in the cryptocurrency community, which generally views the suggested 20 million settlement as a positive resolution for Ripple. This assessment considers the potential consequences of the x.r.p lawsuit and the broader regulatory environment for cryptocurrency. And here's the tweet right here that he says, is people who've argued that the SEC's got a 50-50 victory in the Ripple case are 100% wrong. It was more like 90-10 in Ripple's favor. Ripple ends up paying 20 million or less. It's a 99.9% legal victory. And I agree. And I remember this tweet when he tweeted this out. Right? It says XRP News, SEC versus Ripple recap as November 9th countdown begins. Right? So if you don't know what's on November 9th, you need to find out. Right? So the November 9th countdowns begin. According to the court order dated October 24th, the SEC and Ripple must propose a briefing schedule on related charges in the SEC versus Ripple case by November the 9th. After the programmatic sales court ruling, the matter of the institutional sales of XRP remains. However, since the October 24th court order, neither the SEC nor Ripple have provided updates from talks. If the parties cannot propose a briefing schedule, the court will set a contested briefing schedule date. There has been plenty of debate about the SEC tactics in the case since the programmatic sales ruling. After the SEC failed to appeal the ruling through an interlocutory appeal, the SEC could be planning a post-trial appeal. The SEC versus Ripple case must conclude before the SEC can appeal previous motions and rulings. However, the SEC won't be able to appeal settlements. And yeah, the SEC got it at the butts kicked, got it handed to them, and they're still trying to fight, still trying to appeal, trying to save face. However, the terms of any settlement could prove pivotal. Ripple may agree to a punitive disgorgement if the SEC accepts the programmatic sales ruling. There is also the matter of the Hinman speech related documents. And so the Hinman speech, let's get into that. It says in June 2018, Bill Hinman delivered a speech saying Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities. At the time of the speech, Hinman was the SEC director of the Division of Corporation Finance. The contentious issue with the speech is Hinman's long-standing association with the law firm Simpson Thacher. Simpson Thacher is part of a group that promotes Ethereum enterprise. Hinman returned to Simpson Thacher after leaving the SEC, right? And so he gave some speech saying that, Ethereum, et cetera, was not security, and it's coming back to bite them. They used that in court. XRP did. Ripple did. So Ripple is not going to abandon XRP, John Deaton, because there's been some rumors that XRP is going to be abandoned by Ripple for once their IPO drops. But John Deaton says that's not the case. Pro-XRP lawyer John Deaton recently reiterated his belief that Ripple is committed to the cryptocurrency and will not abandon it. Deaton pointed out the mathematical evidence supporting Ripple's commitment by tracing the company's valuation history. Deaton highlighted Ripple's financial journey. In 2015, during its Series A funding round, Ripple was valued at $128 million. The following year, in its Series B round, the company's valuation surged to $410 million. By 2020, Ripple's Series C valuation had soared to an impressive $10 billion. In 2022, Ripple engaged in a Series C buyback, valuing the company at $15 billion, representing 50% increase from the previous year. The attorney stressed that Ripple's decision to buy back its Series C shares at a higher price during the worst crypto bear market was a strong statement of confidence in its future. This action occurred before significant legal developments, such as the Torres ruling. Deaton commended Brad Gardinghouse, Ripple's CEO, describing him as the MVP of crypto company CEOs. He also drew attention to the fact that Ripple's pre-IPO shares are currently trading at a valuation considerably lower than $15 billion. And here is the tweet that he provides that proves that. Okay. And he says, Ripple is not going to abandon XRP. It's a fiduciary duty not to, due to math. And this is where he had the valuation. Okay. The lawyer highlighted that with Ripple's ownership of a substantial amount of XRP, it would be impractical for the company to abandon the cryptocurrency. If XRP were to reach $2 per token, Ripple's holdings would be valued at approximately $100 billion, underscoring the long-term commitment Ripple has to XRP. So, now, if you invested $1,000 in XRP 5 years ago, this is how much that you would have had. Right? So, let's read this article. It says 5 years ago, XRP was sometimes touted as the little cryptocurrency that would someday be favored by big banks. And they are, and we're going to have the proof of that right after this. Fast forward to November 2023, the mega banks aren't exactly scrambling to adopt it as a form of currency. Still, this story isn't finished, and XRP might still someday be preferred currency to facilitate foreign exchange transaction and cross-border payments. Before that could drastically change, though, XRP must first survive a David and Goliath battle with seemingly unstoppable regulatory body. 5 years ago, at the end of XRP 2018, XRP traded at 45 cents per token. Back then, the world of altcoins was akin to the Wild West, though regulators would step up their oversight and legal pressure soon enough. Since then, many lesser altcoins have fallen by the wayside, but XRP has survived and actually gained some value. On the last day of October, XRP traded at about 60 cents, representing a 33% gain over the preceding 5-year period. Therefore, a $1,000 investment would have turned into $1,333 during that time frame. That might sound like a decent return on one's investment, but it's fairly low risk. But it's a fairly low risk-adjusted reward considering the high level of volatility along the way. Still, at least XRP didn't end up in the altcoin graveyard like many tokens did in the past half decade, right? And so those who bought XRP before the lawsuit, they're still in profit, as you can see. Now, here's the proof that banks are going to use XRP, right? So you have this right here. Ripple says U.S. banks will want to use XRP after their victory in the SEC fight. And this article was way back in July, right? July 2023, right? They knew, and they've been knowing for a while that the banks were going to use it, right? Now, you have Georgia, right? The country of Georgia over in Eastern Europe, powering their central bank digital currency on Ripple, okay? You have UAE, accepts Ripple ODL partner for cross-border transfers, right? You have Mexico, XRP gets a boost from Mexico's central bank, explores Ripple's partnership. You have the Fubon Bank of Hong Kong is doing in real estate as using the tokenization on that stuff, right? Using Ripple the tokenization of real estate and stuff. You have DZ Bank is using Ripple crypto custody and ODL, right? You have U.S. banks now are using Ripple, right? This article, October 18, 2023. The Ripple reverse Uno U.S. banks could begin using the coin in a twist of events, right? So, is XRP a good buy? Yes. It's under $1. You have all this evidence of all these people using it, right? Why wouldn't you continue to invest into it? Now, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, but I am. Now, let's listen to what David Schwartz has to say.
That is going to happen no matter what. That is a given. We had a revolution in the physical delivery of goods with the shipping container, which changed globalization, started globalization. We had a revolution in the delivery of information with the internet. But what we don't know is what is the TCP/IP of money? What is the shipping container of value? We don't know that yet. There's going to be one, though. That is a definite. And that's going to bring changes. And what I also want to get through is that one of those changes that I foresee and that I think is important is that the size of payments are going to shrink, drastically shrink. Many of you people here probably have a job and you probably get paid twice a month or every 2 weeks. Well, why is that? You probably pay bills once a month. Well, why is that? It's because payments are expensive and clunky. But if payments were cheap and simple, then those frequencies could go up. Money could be streamed at you while you're working. You could stream money to your landlord to pay for the place where you're staying. Now, I know those sound dumb, and I'll be blunt. Yeah, they are. And I'll tell you, like, if we were talking about email in the late 90s and you said to me, like, what are people going to use email for? I probably could not have given you the examples that is on everyone probably here, probably has a cell phone, probably has email on it, and probably has hundreds of messages that look nothing like postal mail or the messaging that existed in the late 90s. None of that could I have predicted. If you'd asked me if the internet had enough bandwidth in the year 2000, I would have said, yeah, it has plenty of bandwidth. Well, could I have imagined Netflix and on-demand video? That's ridiculous, right? Like, the cost of bandwidth is too high for that. But the internet drove the cost of bandwidth down to zero. And if the cost of payments go down to zero, the world is going to change.
And I agree with him. All right, so we have some more Twitter news right here from Crypto Geek. Right, what does he say? He says, breaking: Federal Reserve confirmed use of Ripple XRP globally using the ISO 4217 standard and will require $10,000 per XRP.
By the United
So let's
States
see
of
what
America
again. See what Crypto Geek has to say.
Official documentation stating that the Federal Reserve has confirmed the use of XRP globally using the ISO 4217 standard, stating that the use of XRP by the United States of America is scheduled to begin on December 31st of 2023. This documentation is one of the most critical documents that you can see and has actually been released to me by an independent researcher. All of this is happening behind the scenes while the United States of America selects Ripple for CBDCs. The SEC
follow Crypto Greek on
US
Twitter
Congress
at
begins
Crypto
to
Greek.
resolve the SEC Ripple lawsuit
And don't
by
forget to
force,
follow the Crypto
and
Hangout
we're starting
Network
to
on
see
Twitter
the
as
Bank
well.
of Japan giant begin to use XRP for international payment services. Top onto that, the fact that XRP is required to be at least $10,000. We are about to see a shift in the global wealth system. But this is only the beginning of what we're going to talk about today, because we have some absolute...
Exactly. Now, I just showed you all the banks that were using it. Crypto Greek just confirmed it right there. The United States is going to use it as well. Now, let's listen to what Larry Fink has to say, okay? Says BlackRock CEO Larry Fink believes the next generation for markets will be tokenized securities. He also mentions using a distributed ledger to know every beneficial owner seller whilst having instantaneous settlement. Whether you like it or not, it's going digital. So might as well protect your wealth and be able to have some wealth when it goes. So there's a lot of people going to get hit upside the head with it because they don't believe, they just don't believe that this is what it's going to.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in an ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities.
Exactly. Me too. And real estate.
And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
So there you have right there, and Larry Fink is the CEO of BlackRock. BlackRock, go do your research about BlackRock if you don't know who BlackRock is. All right, we have Peter Schiff here. Peter Schiff says between October of 2020 and July of 2022, customers successfully withdrew about $200 million from his bank, representing 75% of deposits. The remaining 25% was held in cash and could have been similarly withdrawn. But since regulators put the bank into receivership to protect customers, not a single customer has been able to withdraw one penny. Also, at the time the bank went into receivership, none of its bills were past due, and the bank was ample access cash to pay 100% of what it owed. But since the receiver took over in June 30th, 2020, not a single bill has been paid. The only one who has been able to get any money out of the bank is the receiver himself. So, something that we might have to look into what Peter Schiff's talking about. Could it be start of the switch on to the XRP and the the banking failed? In order for XRP to go live, they have to get rid of the fiat. So let's see what Rosie Rios had to say. Okay, this is from Jack the Ripper on Twitter. Go ahead and follow Jack the Ripper on Twitter.
Specifically for cross-border payments. So instead of days and dollars, it's seconds and
This
cents.
is at the Global Business
and that
Summit.
is the future. Specifically for cross-border payments. So instead of days and dollars, it's seconds and cents. And that is the future.
As you can see, instead of days and dollars, it's seconds and cents. And the only thing that can provide that is the cryptocurrency. Right? The only thing that can provide that is the cryptocurrency. All right, so I hope that you guys have gotten, guys and girls, and part of the Hangout gang have gotten an idea of exactly why, XRP is what you need, okay? Or not even just that, I'm able to help you come to a realization about XRP. And this is for the newbies because I had a lot of people asking me on Facebook and whatnot, about Ripple and XRP. Should they this and that, etc. They were brand new to it, so I just decided to do a little bit of news and video real quick. I go live real quick talking about some of the news updates. It's been a while since I went live, and I think I'll go live again. Well, we are going to go live again tonight for the Crypto Hangout Network show. As you can see, that's a beautiful rounded bottom on that weekly right there, boy. That's a beautiful rounded bottom. Normally you get that rounded bottom right there, and it comes up and hits that resistance, and then comes back down right here, and bounces off of that right there, and rockets off. Let's see if that happens. But that's a beautiful rounded bottom. That's textbook right there. But yeah, oh, you guys can't see. This is what I'm talking about on the weekly. Rounded bottom, beautiful rounded bottom right there. Beautiful. But all right, so that's all we have for the XRP news today. Appreciate everybody that tuned in, and tune in tonight at 8 o'clock for the Sunday night hangout.